Can you see my screen? Okay. Okay, guys, welcome to the Robotics and Artificial Intelligence Meetup number 4. And the topic for today's meetup is time series forecasting using machine learning. The project will be presented by Shujat, but before that, I just want to give a brief overview of the format of the meetup and other important things. So the agenda for today is such that I'll give an introductory presentation of around 5 minutes, just highlighting quickly what are the important things for the meetup and how it is structured. And after that, it will be presented by Shujat. The project will be presented by Shujat, which is pertaining to the topic for today. And after that, there will be a question and answer session, and we can discuss and ask questions related to the presentation and the project that Shujat will be explaining. And after that, we will have a feedback session. First, for the presentation, which is about the topic or the case study or the project that is being explained, and the second is about the project process. I'll tell more about what the project process is in the next slides. And after that, this thing is optional. A project accountability session can also be done. So those of you who are already doing some projects and are looking for accountability partners, or they want to just share their progress, their weekly progress, this is the time that you can share it. And after that, we'll have just introductions and casual networking so that we can get to know each other and get to know from which backgrounds we all are. So as I've mentioned in the previous meetups, we are a robotics and artificial intelligence learning community, and we focus also on trying new and different ways of learning, and hence edtech and entrepreneurship also come hand in hand. But we primarily focus on robotics and artificial intelligence. So our mode of learning is a bit different in that we don't conduct like lectures or specific topic discussions and then exercises. We want to learn in a different way, such that you learn from each other in a community environment, and that's why we have a weekly meetup, and also we conduct research paper discussions every month. And the third thing is project accountability. So this thing is there is a format on the Discord server in the how it works channel, and what it encourages is that everyone can choose one of the projects listed down in the project section and take a project and share their weekly project accountability in this particular meetup and progress along the way. In this way, you can form teams and do your own projects individually as well. And another thing I want to point out is that everything will be free and accessible to every member, and the recording of the whole meetup will be shared on YouTube. So if anyone has any objection regarding the sharing of their own names or their particular introduction session, so just message me personally and I can cut it out later. And we are kind of refining the format of the weekly meetup format. In the first meetup, we didn't really have a format, and in the last meetup, we refined it a bit. And today, we added another small refinement as well. So, today, we will be considering a project case study. We'll be defining a problem, and which will be followed by a brainstorming session, so that all the members, all the people who are attending this meetup, they can contribute their own ideas before the original solution is presented. So in today's meetup, for example, Shujat will be presenting the solution only after he poses the question and gives us all time to think about it and brainstorm about it. The additional thing that is added in today's meetup, which wasn't there in last meetup, is that we have added a small code walkthrough. So we'll be going through the code as well, which is also what some of the people demanded, like in the last meetup. And after that, we will be covering the concepts that are relevant to the project or the case study, and talking briefly about also the applications. The idea behind this particular format is that the best way to learn some key concept or a few key concepts is by actually engaging oneself in a project, or understanding a project from some other person, and then understanding, for example, a concept that is being used in a particular project, rather than learning individual concepts and then maybe forgetting all of the concepts after a while. So that's like the idea behind it, but I'm also looking for your feedbacks on how the process would be in the project, in the format feedback session after the presentation. So this is a small template of how anyone can be actually presenting their own projects. So for example, in today's meetup, Shujat volunteered to present his project, and so he's roughly following this layout: problem definition, project explanation, and concepts covered, application, and also code walkthrough, which he also added. And the entire thing is beginner friendly, so anyone who has no experience in machine learning, it should ideally also make sense. We try to make it as beginner friendly as possible. So these are just some templates, so this thing will be uploaded in one of the channels for those who are going to be presenting their own projects in the next meetup, for example. And since this is a volunteer driven community, it is highly encouraged that people who are interested in learning also volunteer for roles of sharing their projects, because that is the best way we can learn from each other. So that's it from my side. Now I'll just hand over the presentation slider to Shujat, who will be sharing his presentation on the topic today. So, Shujat, over to you. I'm trying to load it. It's not visible right now. No, it's not visible. I think maybe you should share once more. Yes, now I can see. So I also haven't worked on time series data before, so I'm actually looking for your solution as well later. But what could be like one very simple example we can maybe talk about what simple cases would be there. So do you think linear regression could also be used for predicting, for example, stock prices on for very simple kind of data set? Okay, okay. Mhm. Shujat, Shujat, I think your microphone is fluctuating. Maybe you can keep it a bit close to you. So in train Y, we have the 14th term. So after every 14 terms, we have one term in the train Y. After 13 terms, yeah. So I have one question, but not regarding the code, just general. So how do you select a model? So you have used LSTM model here. What are the other models that we can use for this, and how do you select the model? Mm-hmm. Hmm. 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 Ah, okay, yeah, yeah. Because the data is periodic in this case. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hmm. Okay, I get that. Hmm. Okay. So this is like a disadvantage, right? Because when there's uncertainty, then you cannot use it. Yeah. If anyone else has some questions, then we can take that. Then we can continue after that. I guess. Yeah. I guess nobody is. So this train why you generate before this, or do you automatically generate it? Okay, you have written a for loop here. Yeah, I get it. Hmm. So can you make this explanation a bit specific to the example that we discussed? So for our case, the information that we want to forget and the information that we want to periodically update, like after 14 steps. So can you also explain in context of that? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, exactly. So, Shujat, maybe you can give me, I don't know if you have uploaded it to GitHub or some other place, but you can share the link to me and maybe I can update it in the project section. Yeah, and also this can also be interesting for Srinivas. I think maybe if you are also interested in time series, so you can extend this thing further, or you can use it for some other project. Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Yeah, I get it. So now we can have a feedback session for the presentation and then also about the whole process, and we can discuss more casually about the whole meetup. So maybe I can start with the feedback. So I think Shujat definitely put a lot of effort into the whole presentation, and that was definitely clear as well. So I really like the whole format, and the fact that you also explained the code. I think that was what I really liked from your presentation. I think the LSTM part, maybe we could have kept it more specific to the example, but I understand, I mean, understanding the intricacies, that's like really something that takes way more time, so I understand that totally. Yeah, and also for the process, Srinivas and Shujan, do you have some feedback? So we are kind of also trying to improve a little bit every single, every single week. So we included this coding section just this week, and last week we had all the other sections, including the brainstorming session. But we didn't have a coding one. So do you think something we can also improve and do it better the next time as well? If you have, or any general ideas, I think, or your feedback. Okay, perfect. That sounds really good. Yeah, I know the timing can be a bit tricky because uh, for some part of the world, some countries, some time is preferable, and then it becomes difficult for other country people. So that's a really tricky thing. Ah, okay, okay. So where are you living? What are you studying basically, and how did you get to know also about this server? Ah, okay, Passau, okay. Munich Valley. Ah, okay, interesting. Okay. Ah, yes, 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 I get it. Hmm. 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 Okay, perfect. Really good to have you here as well. So normally more people join, definitely around 14, 15 people. I think today I changed the timing as well. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we are trying to have more consistent people, but sometimes it's difficult to for everyone to join. Yeah, and mhm. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was 8. I think this could be the reason why we have less people today. Because till last week it was 8 p.m. But then I changed it because people from India they wanted to join as well, and it gets like 12:30 there, so it's really difficult for them. Yeah, but yeah, no worries regarding time. I'll also get more feedback from the members, like which time suits them and stuff. And yeah, so let me see on the agenda. Yeah, no, so right now we so uh, right now a person who is doing his or her project should share his or her accountability, but we don't have anyone, so we can move on to introductions and networking. So you can, yeah, progress with that. Yeah, yeah. So ideally, I haven't explained the how it works section because I explained it in the first meetup, so I don't want to be repetitive. Uh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. So the idea is that you can have like partners or accountability friends or a team with whom you can do your project, or just share your progress. I think that helps, especially during these times. Mhm. Yeah. Okay. So, what exactly do you want? Because depending on that, we have a general help section. There you can, so in the help category, you have a general help section, ROS help, Arduino help, theory help, and or if nothing is clear, then you can just write casually in the chat room. So the chat room is open for any kinds of discussion. And also you can like let me know if what topic you want to talk about, and I can make a new channel as well, so that's also possible. Ah, okay. Mhm. Yeah, so both of us, me and Shujat, are also in studying robotic systems or master, so we have studied all these things as well. And I've also worked on Visual Slam before as well, as part of my working student, but it was for a drone equipped with a real sense camera. So yeah, so regarding slam also, I think we could have a discussion, and also this could be a potential theme for a meetup. So the one entire session could be dedicated to this as well. Yeah. Yeah, sure. I'll make a slam channel also after that, so that should not be a problem. Yeah. So what is your topic specifically about? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm. Okay, okay. So you're right now in the process of finalizing a proposal and doing literature review and stuff. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Yeah, I'm also doing my master's thesis right now. I'm also actually like in the process of finalizing the topic, but it's more to do with uh, deep reinforcement learning for fabric manipulation using robot manipulator. But yeah, so specifically, I'm still in the process of deciding it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. So I think it depends. So for an industry, if you are as an engineer there, I think it doesn't matter the mathematics of it. Probably you should know just the basics and trying to understand what back propagation and other stuff are. But essentially, if you can like implement, for example, in Shujat's code today, I mean, he implemented everything, and he needs to know which model to use for which particular case and how to clean the data set and all these practical things. But even if you don't understand like every single element of the LSTM, it would probably not matter. But if you're going to do a PhD or research, then or it's a research position in an industry, then I think Yeah, the mathematics are also very very important. Uh, yeah, exactly. So, so that's the thing. That's the thing with it, right? I mean, it's more. It becomes more experimental in that sense. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I think that's a good question. So I don't know about this particular model and the parameters regarding it. Maybe Shujat can answer that as well. But generally, I think yeah, 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 I get that. I get that. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think it's more empirical and experimental, and you get to learn more intuitively, like changing this particular parameter, what they would do. But also, I mean, knowing the theory and mathematics definitely also helps boost. So, for example, you know what learning rate is, and you know stochastic gradient descent is, and so you know, okay, if I can change this particular parameter, how it would be behaving. So I think that also helps with the intuition. With Arima, I think Shujat can answer. I have no idea about that. So Srinivas, you were into Visual Slam. How did you like come across time series data and stuff? Ah, okay. Mm-hmm. Ah, okay. Hmm, hmm, hmm. Yeah, 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 for sure. Hmm. You mean the meetup recording? Okay. Hmm, 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 hmm. Okay, okay. That's like your interest that you're exploring right now. Okay, awesome. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, so for me, when I used SLAM on a drone system, but it could be on a AGV ground vehicle, or yeah, any other kind of mobile robot, for instance. I, so automated guided vehicle. Uh, so it was again for an industry, actually, for condition monitoring of the plants. So the long term project was to actually collect data. The drone would create a map of the environment, navigate through the surroundings, and collect data. But I was involved in like, one small part of it that was related to Visual Slam. Yeah, exactly. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, ROS packages. Yeah. Hmm. 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 No, no, no. So it's supposed to be on a real time data. So the camera would be recording the frames on a real time, and then everything else is mostly done by packages. There are packages like RTAB map package, and Octo map, and a lot of other visual slam related packages. So yeah, as you already know, there are different types of slams, and we would also have like multiple packages for that. So it I think for practical work it mostly boils down to choosing the right package and finding the finding which would give us the best result for our particular purpose. And ross is mostly just implementing the stuff and trying to, when you get stuck, you try to just google the problems, and of course, provided that you know the basic concepts like services and topics and stuff. But yeah, I mean, you won't be. I mean, it's a bit. It can be definitely frustrating in the beginning because yeah, it has probably a steep learning curve. So, but once you get used to it, then you know yeah, how to deal with it. But I would recommend you to actually go with the ETH Zurich course. We also have that in the resources section. I think you have already like used that, right? Yeah, I think that's a pretty good one. Or there are like books as well. I think programming with Ross, or there was one book as well where it had practical projects uh, pertaining to Ross, and it has like every chapter is just one particular project. So one would be on autonomous vehicles, another would be on the manipulator arms or bin picking and other stuff. But yeah, I can, if you're interested, I can also upload that book. I don't think I've uploaded that here yet. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, which books would be interesting. So I have like uh, multiple Ross books available as well, so which I can upload later if that interests you. Okay. Hmm. Hmm, hmm. Uh, so we would still have a meetup on the next Saturday. I don't know. Next Saturday is 30th, right? Yeah. So we would have like two meetings, one on 30th again, and one on 31st. So do you prefer 6 p.m. or 8 p.m.? Yeah, I get it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, perfect. So yeah, hopefully see you next time as well. If you come up with a proposal or anything, just let me know. Maybe you could also present next week. Okay. Mhm. Ah, okay. Mhm. But I think you can just, I guess that's the point of accountability, right? You can just post it there, and you can maybe find some other people as well who would be willing to contribute, and you can maybe progress slowly. Yeah.